How are you today? How are you today? Listen to the birds. Let's just listen to the birds. They don't have a care in the world. Not a care in the world. Do you? Not when you sit and listen to the birds, you don't. I'm just chilling today. Chilling. Chilling. That's all you can do really at the moment is just listen to the birds. I think today is Wednesday. Wednesday today, I think. Wednesday is kind of like in the middle of the week. I don't even know what day it is. I got up today and as you know, I went to somewhere over the rainbow. It was beautiful when I got there. Sun was shining. I didn't say anything. This is really interesting. I want you to think about this, if anybody watches. I attracted a lot of aggression from nowhere. Even the dogs were barking continuously. I wonder why. I think I must have a lot of aggression in me still. A lot of rage. I had a long conversation with Philip Day about vitamin D, which is very interesting. I've got to do a blood test, yuck. Are you scared of needles? I am. Ugh. I've got to do one at home. Ooh, I can't even think about it. I asked Janie and she won't help me either because she hates them as well. Yuck. I can feel it. It's like I'm so much an empath. Oh, God, I'm not even doing it. But I've got to. I've got to check my levels. I don't want to. I'm looking for a higher power. But this higher power doesn't involve people, places, or things. And one of them, I think, is the birds. Listen. Can you hear the birds? So anyway, I got accused today that I was putting stuff on BitChute, and there's a lot of horrible stuff on BitChute, and I didn't know that, but I've got someone who's sending me stuff to show me. And I thought, well, I'll make a program for you then, where we'll try to get BitChute to take down this stuff that is really, really disgusting. But this person was kind of blaming me for going on BitChute, and I said, well, where else do I put anything nowadays? But you see, freedom of speech can go the other way. It can go too far. No one's watching. Where are you guys? Freedom of speech can go too far. You know? I should have put freedom of speech. What do you guys believe about freedom of speech? Because I got attacked today for going on BitChute because there's terrible stuff on BitChute, but where else do I put my stuff? And so I understand. So why are we not creating a new web for people with healthy boundaries then? Because freedom of speech can go the other way, if you know what I mean. It can go the other way, guys. I wonder why no one watches. Not sure. Why does no one watch moving on TV? I mean, yeah, I'm getting like some great songwriters that are sending me their... I've got a beautiful testimonial. Did you see the testimonial for the birthdays? I've got more than 12 disciples, so you know who else had 12 disciples? So it's very slow. But maybe that's how it's meant to be. And I'm not sure. I'm not on Restream at the moment. I'm sitting outside in the courtyard listening to the birds. Listen. I'm watching Peace and Ellie. They're so sweet. They came out to sit in the sun. I love those two cats so much. But you know, if something happens to them, I'm going to be very sad. And if something happens to my family in Israel, I'm going to be devastated, because even though I haven't seen them, I had contact with them for very little contact in 5 years. I do love them. I love everyone. That's my problem. I can't stop loving everyone. But when I say I love everyone, I love them like a person. You know, I'm learning unconditional love. I've got a huge amount of love in me for people that have hurt me and don't stay in touch with me, but I love them very much. That, I think, is unconditional love. Do you know what unconditional love is? Whoever comes on here. As humans, can we actually be in unconditional love? Do you think it's possible to love without expecting something back? I'm not sure. What do you think? I'd be interested. I had this big conversation today at that place, the commune, about staying healthy. I believe 100% that you've got to be happy to stay healthy, or else your immune system will go. Doing what you love. That's what moving on TV is. Doing what you love. I love it. I love moving on TV. I'm not doing moving on theatre because I don't want to do a show at the moment. I'm too tired. I don't have the motivation. There's no theatres, there's no money. What's the point of even thinking about it? Moving on TV is amazing because it's free. It's free. And I love it. I'm not moving on TV now, aren't I? Yeah, I am. But I'm not on Restream, so... But this is going straight on YouTube. And why do people not watch? What do people watch? What do people want? What time is it? Depends a lot on the time as well. I think people are probably having their dinner, picking their kids up from school. And I get my most viewers usually sometimes at night when people can't sleep. I get good viewers in the weekend. And, you know, I'm not a marketing person. I'm only learning. But I love what I do so much that I just love it. I love it. And in a way, I've created something that counteracts BitChute, because no one could come on Moving on TV unless they have healthy boundaries. You know, you can't put any, if somebody wants to come on and do comedy, but I need to see what they're doing first, because I don't want anybody to be offended. I'm not going to put anything on there that offends anybody, because that's not what I do. I have healthy boundaries, and I feel we have to respect each other. And yeah, so why does no one watch? Well, yeah, people do watch. Why am I not growing fast enough? I wonder. Well, I'm not Charlie Ward, so I can't give you... I do know some stuff, and I'm going to put it on BitChute. I know you're just going to have to trust. You're just going to have to trust, that's all. What can I say? I can't put anything on here anymore. I've only got one strike left, and then they'll wipe me off the planet. So I will put it on BitChute, but guys, I'm knackered. I haven't got the energy. I'm not going to do it today. I go on a lot with MOTV Jukebox because I feel that I can promote huge amounts of songwriters, brilliant people that don't get anywhere. No one gives them any chance to show their music anywhere because they charge them a lot of money. I've done my research. You have to pay for everything if you want your music out there. Moving on TV, I do it from the heart because I love it and I love you. There's nothing in it for me except my humanitarian work. And I love it. I just feel, wow, I know why I'm here. I know why I'm here, and that's a great feeling. I'm here to be happy. That's it, to be happy. Well, I'm here to be happy. Hi, Stu! How are you, gorgeous? Hang on a second, I'm bursting for a pee. I'll be back in a minute. Hey, come on, good girl. I'm listening to the birds. That's all I'm doing, listening to the birds. Where have you gone? Oh, there you are. Hey, how have you been? My lovely, big-hearted moderator, Stu. I'm listening to the birds at the moment. I'm just chilling in my courtyard, in the courtyard. I'm watching Peace and Ellie, my cats. They don't run after birds anymore. It's if they were young now, I'll show you. They'd be gone through that fence. They'd be gone now. They jump on the chair and they'd be off. But because they're really old now, they don't do anything. They don't do anything. When they were young, they'd be gone now. They'd run like anything. I'm just sitting here listening to the birds, chilling. I went to the, the place I don't go. And there was a lot of negative energy there today. And I looked inside myself and I thought, did I bring it with me? I seem to have a clash with someone there. It's beautiful because we're talking about it and we're mirroring each other. And it's good. We trigger each other. And so we have to look at it. And we recorded a conversation we had so we could listen to the conversation, how we trigger each other. But the dogs started barking and running around, and there was so much energy, negative energy, that they were barking. There was so much noise I thought I didn't want, I wanted to just come home and be quiet and chill, because the world has become a lot more frightening to me because of what's happening in Israel again. And so I want to find a higher power. Do you know what a higher power is, Stu? A higher power is, it's something you can rely on that isn't a person. They call it God, not religious, but everything could be taken away from us in any moment. This higher power is stronger than that. Listen, you hear the birds? Can you hear them? They're always there. I'm on a big mission now to find this higher power. So it's not a person, because everyone's let me down. Everyone will. Every human being will let everyone, they let people down all the time in one way or another. That's life. I've learned it the hard way as well. And you can't rely on the body. You can't rely on your singing voice. That could go any day. Like, look what happened to Maria Callas. She lost her singing voice and then she didn't want to live anymore. You know, you can't live like that. If I lose my singing voice, I don't want to feel like that. I don't intend to lose my singing voice. I'm looking after myself and I'm resting. And I'm only singing very little at the moment. But what I'm saying is, we have to find something that is stronger than anything inside of us, or not even inside of us. If I say inside of me, that's not even big enough, I don't think. It's the collective God love thing that makes me want to cry now, because I feel very emotional about it. There's so much pain that could be coming from Israel, from anywhere. My job is to raise the vibration, and my job is to stay in a vibration. I'm not false, I'm not fake. You know when I'm suffering. You know when I'm frightened. I tell you. And a part of me is shit scared at this moment because of what's happening in the Middle East. I'm not going to sing over it. I'm not going to ring people up, and I have rung Janie. Janie and I talk every day. We love each other and we give each other a lot of amazing feedback. We're both on twin flame journeys, so we're really good for each other. We love each other very much. She's a sister I really never had. Funny enough, she looks like my sister as well. And I'm blessed to have her in my life. Very, very enlightened. She makes me laugh sometimes. She's, yeah, watch this space. But she's a human, like everybody else. And so she's not going to be there for me whenever I need her. Nothing will, no one will. I should know that. I grew up on the streets. There was no one. Just me and my sister and the kids in the neighborhood. We used to just be on the streets all day because Mum and Dad were always working. I'm a street kid. Street kid. Street kid, war child, street kid, that's me. You should think how easy it would be to not rely on anyone. It's really interesting though, when a street kid feels safe, then they won't let go of that. That safety that you get from other people or places or things, you don't want to let go of that And then when you have to and it's gone, then you have to face what you really feel. Like that street kid that had no one. But then you've got the birds tweeting away. Listen, and peace, you can't go after the birds because you're too old, luckily. They're safe. The little robins. Who was it who told me they used to have a cat and now they don't? All the birds come to them and the birds are safe because the cat's not around anymore. Wow, they're so strong. Listen. Don't you wonder sometimes what are they saying? What do you think the birds are saying? I wish I spoke bird language. If you're a musician or you've got your auditory, you'll hear how their tweets change. They have big pauses in between the tweets. So that could be my higher power, listening to the birds, because the birds are never good. They're not going anywhere, are they? They're not going to just leave us. You can trust the birds. Symphony. It's like an orchestra or a choir. That one flapped its wings. That's more like the percussion. People will think I've gone mad. Well, what's mad? No, I'm just looking for a higher power. And my job is to teach, so that's why I'm here. I'm moving on TV. Oh, beautiful. It's just beautiful. It's like when I hit the high notes and when I get the high notes like a bell, like pure sounds, pure. The birds, they don't have any guitar in their throats. You'll think I've gone mad, Stu. I haven't. I just feel very peaceful. God, people are even bored by the sound of the birds on moving on TV. Not me. The reason I'm doing this is because when I go on Restream, it's inside the house. And I'm sitting in a very comfortable chair at the moment. Oh, it's so comfortable. So I don't suffer from the lack of vitamin D. When I sit inside the house, I've got to sit on this chair by the computer. And at the moment, I'm in fresh air. So I can't go on Restream, but I can go on YouTube. But you know, I suppose the reason I go on here as well. Oh, there's a whole lot of them now. I think the reason is I connect to you guys. I connect. Somehow I feel like I'm connected to the human race. But what if the internet went completely, Lauren? What if the internet went? What if we had no phones anymore? No social media, no internet. What would you do, Lauren? What would you do? I know exactly what I would do. I'd get my camera and I'd film things, talks and singing. I'd get a white sheet. I'd put it up in a park, or I'd get a screen. I think I've got one in the garage. And I would project everything onto a screen, like a bit like the drive-in cinemas in America and places like that. And people could watch music and entertainment. Everything would go out. They'd watch it outside in parks, because people wouldn't want to be in the house when the sun comes out, and especially if they can't connect through phones. And imagine if we didn't have the internet. We go back to the way things were. We'd have outdoor films, outdoor theatre, all the things that we used to have. Outdoor films, like you sit in your car, like a drive-in. Yeah, we used to have that in Israel when we were growing up. Like America, I don't think you had it in England because there's not enough good weather. We used to have the drive-in cinemas. You get your popcorn. Why does no one watch movies on TV, Lauren? Not sure. Not sure. Let's ask Peace the cat. PC? Why does no one watch movies on TV? Have you got an answer? Have you got an answer, little man? Hey? Will they watch you, gorgeous? Good boy. PC? Have you got an answer? Why does no one watch movies on TV? Are we boring? I don't think we're boring. That's one thing we are not. We're not boring, are we? Let's start a new stream called